Yo, y'all know today. I'm probably gonna get in trouble. I ain't worried about it. Anyway, yo, what up, good people? We gonna welcome everybody to another episode of the Strategically Reckless Podcast. I am your host, Jay Brown, aka Mr. 710, and we are back up in this thing once again. Yeah. Listen, man. Yeah, Monet. I know it's been a minute. I know you've been busy, though. I know it's been busy. What up, baby? I see you up in this thing, showing up and showing out. I see you. This is a good show for you to join in on. But listen, on tonight's show, we gonna do since last week, as usual. We gonna talk about being a girl dad. We're gonna talk about a couple 80s trends. We're gonna talk about some sex. Let me get I gotta make sure I get my, what's it called, joint going. My sound effects going, because it's gonna be some opportunities for them to get down. We're gonna talk about lying for no reason, because that be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like that be happening. Let me go ahead and fix my mic real quick. But look, since last week, shawty, listen, baby girl took her first steps. She took her first steps this past week. And you know, the best thing about that is like, yes, we want Alice Jerry, what's good? We want her to be walking. And then again, at the same time, we don't want her to be walking. Like, we ain't ready. I don't know if we ready for all of that. Like, we don't want to carry her all the time. But we ain't ready for all this walking and all this moving that's getting ready to take place. Because it is. And now she's trying to talk to. And I know if you got kids, you know as well as I do, that you've had moments in which you've been like, I wish I knew what she was saying. I wish I knew what he was saying. And then at the same time, some of these tones I don't be liking all the time. And they be like, I know they be cussing. Whatever little baby cuss words they got, I know they be cussing. Yeah, they definitely be cussing. I know they be cussing. The older one, she be like, I want to know what she's saying. But then again, I don't think I really want to know what she be saying, because I feel like it might be a cuss word or two up in there. And so, listen, as a girl dad, we got the two baby girls, and then we got the boy. And as a girl dad, everybody kind of, the thought process is like, the dude is gonna be soft. The girls are gonna make the guy soft. I'm not good soft. It ain't going. The girls ain't gonna make me soft. What they're doing is they are making me more of a gangster. They making me way more of a gangster than I was at any point in time when it was just the boys, when it was the two boys and the girl. These girls, KK, what's good? These little girls are making me into a gangster. Like, I work out a little bit. I'm about to kick it up some, but I work out a little bit just in case I gotta whoop ass. I gotta work out just to make sure I can still whoop the boys' ass in basketball and in racing. And then I gotta work out, because I gotta prepare for these new kids, these new little boys, these new little 12-year-old boys that's gonna be having mustaches and beards, trying to holler at these two little girls that we got. I'm not playing with them. Boss Lady Jocelyn, what's good? I ain't playing with them. I listen, they 1 and 2 right now. 12 years from now, 11 years from now, when these little boys come up and they're going to have beards and mustaches at 12 years old, I'm going to be ready to whoop some ass. I'm preparing for it right now. But here's the other part that's making me a gangster. These two little girls are defiant as hell. You call their name, they'll turn around and look at you and keep going. They turn around and look at you and keep going. Hey, that means when I call your name, that means come here. That doesn't mean look, see if I got food, and then if I ain't got food, keep going. That ain't what that means. But that's the 1-year-old. She'll take a look. Do you got something I want? And she'll keep going. I gotta call her real hard. I gotta go snatch her. Like I said, I meant to keep them keeping me gangster. And the 2-year-old, she don't listen to me worth a damn. She don't listen to me at all. Like, I talk in my regular voice. If I talk to her like this, she ain't listening. The only time she listens to me, I gotta yell at her. And here's the bad part. She cute. You don't want to make her cry. But she don't listen to me unless I yell. I gotta hit her with the, hey! I gotta shock her out the system. I gotta shock her to her core. And that snaps her out of it. She know I ain't playing at that point. But if I don't hit her with the, hey, don't do that, she gonna keep going. And she'll keep doing, spitting. Her little sister, she get her sister to do it. But she be doing this stuff for attention. And I don't understand the attention part. And one of the things that as foster parents we get talked to about is the kids asking for attention, and most likely negative attention. Like, they don't just want, what up, E? They don't just want us to shower them with praise. Praise ain't good enough. Like, you can give them a little, and that's cool until they realize, like, hey, that ends really quickly. Little girl, we potty trained her when she went to use the bathroom. Woo! Now she just goes to the bathroom by herself. Only thing she want to do, her only reward now is washing her hands so she can play in the water. That's what she wanted. Did she go to the bathroom 100 times? What up, Liz? 100 times just to use the bathroom. That's it. Just so she can wash her hands. Which I can't get mad at her for wanting to wash her hands, because there's a whole bunch of adults out here that don't wash their hands. I want them to be that excited about washing their hands. That way we probably would have had a lower case of this COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just what it is. Like, what's good? But we have these kids that's asking for this attention. Whether they spitting or throwing stuff, or you ask them for something and they put it behind their backs. And I don't want to have to yell at her to snap her out of it. Like, I'm not playing. What up? I don't know how to say that. Decree of beauty. It was good. I don't want to have to be yelling at them. And I don't want to have to yell at the babies. Because I don't want that to be the only voice that they hear, that they respond to, is the yelling voice. Like, that part ain't cool. And I also don't want to be yelling just to get them to do what I say. I need them to get them to do what I say in the way that 80s babies did what was told of them by the look. I just want the look to work. For anybody that's listening on iHeartRadio or Spotify or Amazon Alexa, I was just giving them the look. That's the alright look. And before I go on, I want to thank everybody that's listening via YouTube Live, Instagram Live, Facebook Live. That's going to be listening via Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Alexa, or wherever else that you listen. Thank you. But the look don't work no more. Oh, I ain't got a good one yet. It used to work. But now these new kids, they not here for the look. You gotta cuss at them. You gotta yell at them. You gotta say something, because the look just meant that you was looking. It didn't mean that you wanted them to stop or that you wanted anything. It just meant that you was looking. And according to the book, you was just looking. See, in the 80s, there's some of the stuff that we need it's like some stuff from the 80s we need to bring back. And then this other stuff from the 80s we need to leave right where it's at. Like raising a child in the 80s, I wouldn't know nothing about, but as a kid in the 80s, what we used to brag about comparing the whoopings that we got. We bragged about that. Like, hey, did you get a whooping? Yeah, I got a whooping, but it was just with a belt. The bragging and the discipline that we used to Hot Wheel tracks, extension cords, like all of those things happened back in the day. And those things those things we was good with. Like, we could figure that out. We can figure that out. Like, I got slapped. I got whoopings. I ain't getting no extension cords. I ain't getting no Hot Wheel tracks. I ain't getting no frying pans or none of that. Like, I ain't getting none of that stuff. But I also wasn't one of those kids that was asking my parents for extra attention. Like, that wasn't happening. Like, I wasn't just out here asking for extra attention. Like, hell no. Hell no. What? Like, I was never gonna intentionally antagonize my mom in order to get her to say something to me when she had been talking all night. And Dancing Diva 1010, that's my wife. A lot of it was abuse, though. That can stay in the 80s. Absolutely. That can stay in the 80s. I'm going to talk about something else that can stay in the 80s. But that can stay in the 80s. But as far as, like, there being me never thinking to intentionally antagonize my mom or my dad or any adult for that matter, like, I'm going to intentionally ask them for attention. And kids don't know how to ask for attention in a positive manner. So Sherry Knuckley, what's good? They don't know how to ask for it in a positive manner, so they do stuff. They do stuff. They say stuff, and it's weird. I can't figure that out. 80s babies like me, we tried to stay under the radar. We were straight. let's just. Hey, they told us better to be seen than heard. Staying out of grown folks' conversations. Like, I felt like I've been talking about that over the last few weeks, and it's been crazy. It's been so crazy, because I ain't gonna speak for my brother. I know I told my share of lies in order to get out of trouble. Like, I told lies to not get whooping. I told lies to not get slapped. Usually didn't work. But Lion Fred, what's good, bro? I was lied to this week. I was lied to this week for no reason. I felt like it was for no reason at all. Before I go into this story, this episode is brought to you by the 710 Print Shop. That is www.the710printshop, where you can get all of your custom shirts like this one. I'm cool, but I cuss like an MF. I've also had requests to put the whole MF out there, the whole mother. But if you're looking for any quality gear, any custom shirts, go ahead and holler at the good people at the 710 Print Shop. All right. And so, lying for no reason. Speaking of the 710 Print Shop, I made a shirt for a guy, and I had on this human cheat code shirt. Had on a human cheat code shirt after bowling, and this guy came up to me, and I had no reason. It doesn't make sense to me. But he was a little drunk, and he came up to me. He was like, "Hey Jay, man, I need one of those shirts right there." Which is fine. A word? Cool. Yeah, I need that human cheat code shirt. Man, I was bowling bad, man. I bowled a 150, and then I bowled a 180, and then I said, human cheat code. And then I bowled good. I bowled a 260. You bowled bad the first two games, and then you yelled out human cheat code, and then you started bowling good. Come on, bro. What up, brother? What up, left hand rookie? How you living, brother? Hope you bowling good, my man. Look, you did that for real. And so this is the bad part about it. I like telling stories like this because some of this shit be funny to me. He told that story in front of somebody else that could have been in the vicinity. And they was looking at him like, why you lying? And I'm looking at him like, for real? Okay. But it made no sense. Like, dude just dropped off a lie. For no reason. He just dropped off this lie for no reason. And I'm like, you don't have to drop off that lie to me. I wonder if he was watching on Facebook. That's funny if he was, because that viewer, one of the viewers left. But anyway, like I said, that was crazy to me. Also, what's crazy to me is talking about dropping off lies. In the Netherlands, a Dutch man has fathered 550 kids. Yeah, 550 kids. He made over 550 donations at the Pullet Center. He was just up in there getting it in. $550. Now listen, there's a limit. The Dutch has a limit. The limit is you can make 25 kids with 12 different mothers. That is the limit. They made a rule. They made a rule for that. 25 kids. You can make 25. And you can make them, you can have 12 baby mamas. Anything over that, you are in violation of this Dutch sperm donation rule. Now, what I don't know is, apparently Fam was lying when he would go in there and donate. But I feel like after you donated so many times, listen, hold on. First of all, if the max is 25 kids, and is 12 mothers. Dora, what's good? If the max is 25 kids and 12 mothers, how do you get to a point? Like, you gotta know that you done seen this dude more than 25 times, like 500. He just out here pulling it away, just yakka, yakka, yakka. Listen, and whoever was working the front desk was just out here like, yeah, this is good. Pagow. Use this one. I don't know how they, like, I know. I feel like they gotta put like at least the demographics in. And even if it's anonymous, you gotta put like fam was 5'8", 190 pounds. Let's just say, I'm making this up. 5'8", 190 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. There's only so many combinations that Buddy could go up in there as a 5'8", 190 pound, blue-eyed dude before they be like, hey, you done been in here at least 40 times. Let's just say 50 times. You have been in here 50 times. We cannot allow you in the pullet room no more. You have been in the pullet room way too many times. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen. If the urban legend is true, I know he got hair on his palms. I know he got hair. He been yanking the hell out of that thing. That thing been thanging. But one of the problems that came up was that I don't know how big the nipple is. But what I do know is there's a lot of people that's gonna be related. I said, pull it. Yak it. The yak it room. Pull it. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat for Edith. She was wondering. Somebody on Twitter said, pull. Pull it room. I mean, he was shooting bullets and he was lit. But yeah, in the pullet room, he was getting it in. That's 550. Hey, cuz. Like, dude, how you pull it so much that you get banned? Like, he was like, yo, you can't pull it no more, cuz it's over with for you. It's over with for you. Like, you're done. You are done. And the bad part, this is the other messed up part about this situation. Cuz didn't look like he was out here. Out here is one of those guys that can they be out here just pulling them in that way. And so he wasn't smashing. He wasn't just smashing chicks. He was out here. I think you do get paid for those donations. Now, if he out here getting paid, fam rich. Now, I don't know if you get paid for a match, but I think you get paid for the donation. So you can go in there and donate all day. But I think you get paid kind of like a blood donation. Like, you make a blood donation, they pay you. Even if they don't use it, it's just on deck until they need it. Until they need it, and then they go ahead and, oh, you need some? You trying to make a baby? Would you make a baby with somebody that's found out and blonde hair, blue eyes? Oh yeah, we got one right here. We got another one. I just act like you just poured it in there. Like, hey, here you go. But that's so messed up. How you go over? No, hold on. This ain't real. This ain't real. Do you know people get paid for their poop? You fill out a questionnaire, and if they approve it, you send the poop for cash? No, that ain't real. Hold on. That ain't real. You have stalled the show. This is not real. Hold up. Listen, Edith, don't you play. We about to end the show and take a poop right now. Hold on, pay. Have you seen this questionnaire? Have you seen the questionnaire? Because this is ridiculous. What's the website? Paidforpoop.com. Damn, it is. I just Googled it. It says it's the Good Nature program. See if you get qualified. See if you qualify to get paid to poop. Qualified donors can earn up to $1,500 a month. I discovered how to earn up to $180K per year by pooping. Damn. Hey, let me just go ahead and let you know. These are the factors that could disqualify you from getting paid to poop. If you got recent antibiotic exposure, a recent tattoo, piercing, history of drug use, a chronic GI disorder, or a history of high-risk sexual behavior. So, there's a lot of y'all that can't do it. A lot of y'all that can't do it. You're going to disqualify all y'all with recent tattoos and risky sexual behavior. Y'all can't take part in this pooping activities. That is crazy. Pay to poop. I never would have thought about that. First of all, you got to get that in the mail immediately. Pagans, what's good? You got to get that in the mail immediately. Like, I don't know what the process is. Like, I got to go to a facility and just kind of sit there. You're eating all kind of ice cream. all the lactose people that don't smoke weed gonna be out here eating all ice cream, pooping for money. Them folks say $180K a year. That's a lot. Would you tell people your profession if you made $180K a year and somebody came up to you and asked you, said, hey, what do you do for a living? You've been out here living good. What do you do? Shit. Shit. Sitting on the toilet playing solitaire. What? Yeah, shit. I just be out here. So you do what? Yeah, I make about $180K a year. Why? Taking shits. Yo. Listen, you can get paid for anything. For all y'all that's, hey, go ahead and put down the CBD, put down the medibles, put down the weed. As Stephen A would say. Fill out that questionnaire online. You can just Google it. I just Googled paid to poop. That is crazy. God. Well, I'm about to make me a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here about here. I'm about to put some Loch Ness monsters in a box. It's gonna be over with. Who's your girl? What's good? Yeah, that's happening. That is happening. I probably ain't gonna get none tonight after having this conversation. I'm like, baby, hey. Yeah, about last week I had to go in the doo-doo room, right? Like that's how the story gonna start off. So about last week, I had to go in this doo-doo room, right? And it was magazines all around. It'd be like my man in the Netherlands. So I told this story with my wife and I. We was trying to when we was seeing what was going on, when we was trying to conceive and had to go in that room. And my man was like, yo, you go in the puller room, right? And they have in the puller room, they got a VHS. they got a VHS, right? And then they got magazines. And all these magazines, they got these magazines, all the pages are sticky. But this is the messed up part. When you go to the puller room, it'd be a pretty girl sitting up front that ain't getting ready to help you at all. I don't know what they have in the poop room. I don't know what they gonna have in the poop room. That shit is crazy. But in the puller room, listen, here's the crazy part. This is what I realized. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine one day, and we were talking about guys having a safe space to talk about dude stuff, right? And I know that there's a majority of my audience that are women, which is fine. Like I like talking to women because women have a different perspective. I like talking to people that have a different perspective than I do. And one of the things that, we were talking about, like, it's hard to talk to some women about sex stuff. Not that it's hard to do, but it's just certain things that ladies just don't necessarily understand when it comes to some of the stuff that they say about sex. And then when it's a double standard. Oh, it's going to be a double standard. So, case in point, let's just say, like there's a thought process that it's easy, that it's harder for a woman to have sex, and it's easy for a guy to have sex, which it's a strong misconception. I'm not saying that it's not easy for a woman. It's different though. The expectation is different. Like, I feel like it's easier for a guy to get ready. From that standpoint, it's easier for a guy to get ready. If that thing's still banging and it still works, it is easier to get ready. But I cannot confirm or deny that it is easier to stay ready. Okay. Like, yeah, for ladies, it's a lot of mental. For dudes, like, it is pressure. It is pressure to hang in there. It's pressure to hang in there. Listen, so And so one of the conversation that we were having, we were kind of talking about like if a guy does not feel like getting it in that day for whatever reason, like for most guys, we have been conditioned not to turn it down because we don't know when that next shot is coming. If you're still out there in the streets, and for some married dudes, like they just don't know when that next shot is coming. So whenever it happens, they are going to be ready. That is the expectation. Be ready. Be ready. Because if your thing ain't thinging that day, it's gonna be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Your thing ain't thinging. They're gonna be like, yo, what's the bitch name? Cause you ain't thired. What your head ain't got to do with this dick. Like that's what's gonna be said. Like what? How you tired? What's her name? What's her name? You ain't never been tired before. You ain't never had a headache before. And I get it. But as a dude, when the lady is having a headache, when she tired, you must understand. You must understand. That's one of the best things about being in a relationship. That connection, whether it's 15 or 45. Sounds good. Sounds good. But look, so part of that conversation that came up, we was like, all right, expectation, stay hard for that amount of time. However long y'all deem fit that we need to stay hard for. 45 minutes, if you need to stay hard for 45 minutes, you need to stay hard for 8 minutes. I had one of the guests on the show one day said 7 minutes. She is good. She needs a strong 7. Don't be a weak 7. You need to be a strong 7. If it's a strong 7 minutes, she'll be straight. There's some ladies that was like, hey, I gotta get mine. I gotta at least get mine. Because if I don't, oh, look, if a lady don't get hers, she gonna be like, you done made me get wet not to get none. You done made me get my whole brain together for me not to get mine. And there's a part of me that understands that a little bit. Back in my college days, there was a girl that stopped me. Yeah. She got hers and stopped me. Like, oh, I'm good now. I'm good now. Say what now? Is this how this works with you? Because I'm not done yet. But I had to stop. As a dude, you gotta stop. When she done, you're done. Yeah. Yeah, about that. When she's done, fellas, you're done. I was done. That was so disappointing because I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. Oh, that's bogus. So this is what y'all feel like. But it's different. If you TKO a dude right quick, like she wasn't TKO, that was just selfish. That was selfish. She wasn't TKO. It would not surprise me if she was still single right now with that attitude that she had. If she's still doing that, she's single for real right now. I would just put that out there. She is single. If she is doing that, because most dudes ain't doing that on purpose. Most dudes ain't busting quick on purpose. Reputation is on the line. Every time you jump in the sack, it's on the line. You bust off quick, she might forgive you that first time. But she probably won't. It's only like if she like you. I'm talking about if she like you, it's about a 65% chance that she will forgive you and give you a second chance. If you was just something to do, that percentage dropped down to 28%. You might not get another chance unless she's super bored and was mildly impressed by your meat. Other than that, you can get no second shot. You can get no second shot. If you just average and you bust off quick, no second shot. No. Now I'm trying to figure out what's the reasons why dudes don't give second shots outside of he really didn't like you that much. Because if he like you, he gonna keep giving you shots. It ain't because, oh, she gave whack head, or, you know, she ain't had no tricks in the bedroom that made him want to come back for a round two. Dudes be coming back. She got it easy. But that's not something that... And so during the conversation, that was not something that guy felt like he could tell a lady. And so it was just a conversation that dudes would have in which, hey, I just needed a safe space to get that out. That it is not fair. That I feel like I gotta hang in there and last until you get yours, because if I don't, she gonna have attitude. What up, cuz? She gonna have attitude. You know, she gonna have attitude if you don't hang in there. If you don't hang in there, she gonna have attitude. But she can have, listen, she could bust 47. She can say 300 times. But if in her mind, it's supposed to last 22 minutes and you last 17, might be a problem. Might be a problem. On the flip side, hey, if a lady is able to get him up out of there early, he's telling his friends, oh my God, she got the best I've never had in my life. This is ridiculous. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. I might have to marry this one. She might be the one. It's really opposite. It's really opposite. If she get hers in 2 minutes and you get yours in 4, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's over with. She is not trying to marry you. Not fair. Not fair, but we ain't here for fair. We just here to talk about it. We just here to have a conversation, because it is a double standard. Isha, what's good? It is just about the conversation, because it does need to be had. And a lot of these double standards that take place, a lot of them are just entertainment. They entertain it. They're entertaining, but at the same time, dudes know, but it can't. It just there's no safe space unless you just with the guys. There's no real safe space to talk about it. Not on the internet, not online. There's no real safe spaces online in that way in which he was trying to create. And I was like, I would never try to do that anyway, because I would want the woman's perspective from that standpoint. Like, why are y'all like this? And for the double standard, sometimes it's just kind of what it is. And it's okay. It can be okay. We can live with that. On the double standard side. But at the same time, just, when it came to the safe space, and I came right out and told him, like, yo, it's no such thing. It's no such thing. It's not gonna be a such thing as a safe space, because the way the internet is set up, it's not meant to not include people. Like, it's meant to connect people. And so the website, the Parler website, or community that was meant to only be for the super conservative people, the Trump folks. Oh, a black person got some ownership in that. Black people had to go see what Parler was all about. Y'all not just go, we need to know what y'all are talking about. And so, question from the chat room: Who do you think has more sex, married men or single men? And just go ahead and tell you that right now. There's a lot of it depends on what they look like. But if you are a handsome single man, you win. You win. Married men have some. Some married men have sex with people other than their wives. And so those people kind of throw the balance off. But I would say women love taking somebody else's stuff. I would say I had a lot more sex when I was single than as a married person. But my objective when I was dealing with women was for sex. Like, that was the mission. A love of my own was good. That was the mission. The mission was for me to figure out how I can have sex. Now with my wife, it's not all about that. And so it's different. Like, we got other stuff. Like, as a single person, I wasn't worried about it. I ain't had no kids. I didn't have somebody else to be considerate of. Hey, if one was on her cycle, unless two was synced up with it, then I was gonna call two. And if two was busy, well, three was right around the corner. And so just the priorities when it comes to, the married and the single. Like, when I was single, that's what it was all about. Like, I was just trying to hit it. Oh, I just wanted to hit it. Look, when I was single, hey, what's your name? Ann? I wasn't shit. I was bad. I was trying to make it happen. I'm not playing. What up, Easy? It's what it was. It's kind of what it was, yo. You know, and so, you know, you had those things where, like, yeah, you want to have a safe space to talk about, where you want to talk about certain things, and at the same time, it's not always, the safe space is not always available. And so what I try to present here is just a space where we can all just talk. We can all just have this conversation where, yes, it sucks for a dude. It sucks for the dude who's a good guy, but also bust off quick. Hey, shit happens. Sometimes ladies can just take it as a compliment, because if it was whack, I would still be going. That's how that works. Has a dude ever told you if it was whack, I'd still be going? Cause that happens. Shit, like for real. Can't be mad at that. Alright, cuz. Can't be mad at that. But before I get out of here, what you can be mad at, and what I was trying to figure out if folks was gonna be mad at. So there's a picture floating around with Chance the Rapper. And he was celebrating his birthday in Jamaica. And Chance was celebrating his birthday on some backside with his, not necessarily with his hands up, but his hat was to the front. And he was looking down like, yeah. It reminded me of some of my college days. And in my college day side, of the game, shoot, you was super grinding because you wanted her to feel that meat. Chance was out there grinding as if Caller for Me was good. Yeah, Chance was out there grinding as if he wasn't married now. So this is the thing that you gotta reconcile, right? Like, as a married dude, would I be dancing like that? Alright. I would like to think that I wouldn't. I like a lot of booty. But then you start thinking like, hey, would I want my wife to be dancing with some dude like that? And the answer is no. I don't want her to feel the meat. And you say that's the culture. That can be the culture. But y'all need to, no. It ain't mean I gotta like it. We ain't part of that. Listen, I took one of my cousins to Blue Flame. And at Blue Flame, I paid $10 for a lap dance in which the dancer did not touch my cousin at all. Yeah, that happened. I didn't like it. I didn't like that one bit. Like $10, and she did not brush him, graze him, knock his zipper to the side, or nothing. I wanted my money back. I don't know if it was because he was a heavy dude, but what I do know is that she ain't do nothing. Patty's, what's happening? Like, I paid $10 for an air lap dance. It was almost like they were shadow boxing, and that wasn't cool at all. Like, I paid $10 to have somebody stand in front of him and dancing. We could have just went to where she was dancing next to somebody else and got the same experience, but I'm free. I don't understand this shadow boxing thing. That was stupid. And my lap dance was different, but his was disappointing. It was disappointing. We're not paying for that. I don't feel like you should pay for that. But dang, chance, man, like, so here, this is my thing. I try my best not to do anything that could be seen as or be questioned. Hey, what was you doing that I can't answer? I want to be able to answer. If I can answer, then I'm good. Hey, what was you doing? Oh, well, she grabbed the Johnson, and so I caught her with a right. That's what happened. Oh, okay, cool. So you didn't put the Johnson out there? Nope. You just grabbed it. I had to get her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, before I get out of here, I got 1 minute. I do want to tell you this. Yo, I read this story where this dude tried to rob a bank with a brick. Come on, man. Dude robbed a bank with a brick. What? Hey, listen. You can rob a lot of stuff. What you can't do is pull up on me with a brick. You Champagne Man, what's good? You can't even rob me with a brick. You can't even rob me, my person. Like if a dude ran up on me walking into Dollar General, he was like, put your hands up. And he had a brick in his hand. Hey, I'll beat you up. Put that go somewhere, man. Don't leave me alone, man. Put your hands up. I got this brick. Hey, man. I don't know what this world is coming to, but when people making 550 donations, like if you just made 550 donations of sperm alone, that is way out of line. But the world is coming to people making 550 donations, robbing banks with bricks, and dude messing up the idea that black men don't cheat. Come on, man. Y'all need to do better, man. Help us out. But look, good people. Until next time, man, y'all stay safe out in these streets. R.I.P. Jerry Springer. R.I.P. to all the shows in which you didn't know who was coming out the back. If it was a trans astronaut that was coming out the back that had 47 kids by 3 daddies. That was coming out the back on Jerry Springer. But R.I.P. to Jerry Springer, man. One of my cousins was on that show, man. I couldn't see it. But he figured out a way to get people to tune in, and he kept it going. And so, while it might have been the bane of a whole bunch of people's existence, he figured out a recipe to make people tune in and keep watching. And so, good people, if y'all can keep watching, tuning in. I'm about to upload all these podcasts. I got about 4 of them now I need to upload. But y'all keep supporting, man. I appreciate every last one of you all. And like I said before, this episode of the Strategically Reckless Podcast is brought to you by the 710 Print Shop, where you can also get the I'm cool, but I cuss like an MF shirt. Until next time, good people, y'all be safe out in the streets. And give y'all one of those.